to New York Yankee baseball, as tonight the New York Yankees take on the Chicago White Sox. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Sports Time Machines 1986 New York Yankee baseball. As tonight, it is the New York Yankees against the White Sox here in Chicago. As tonight, it will be Tom Seaver for the White Sox taking on Dennis Rasmussen. Yankees are still kind of struggling in the AL East the month of May. They're still about 5 games back, while the Chicago White Sox are kind of sitting there struggling in the AL West. Let's see if we can pull up a second set of Stratomatic to kind of give you the running standings that we have here so far as Tom Seaver and the White Sox take the field. Again, a very interesting defensive line. If you're watching Dave demos this past Saturday, the White Sox had Carlton Fisk out in left field. He plays left field today. Cangelosi will be in center. While right field will be, Harold Baines. Around the infield, Tim Hewitt at third. Ozzy Guillen at short. Todd Cruz at second, and Bobby Bonilla playing first. Behind the plate is Joel Skinner, and on the mound is Tom Seaver. He's 0-3, struggling a bit, 25 hits in 22 innings, 4.09 ERA. Here's your Yankee lineup. Here's their left-handed hitting lineup against Mr. Seaver. Henderson leading off in center, Randolph at second, Mattingly at first batting third, Dave Winfield batting fourth and right. Mike Easler is your designated hitter, Ken Griffey in left, Mike Pagliarulo at third, Butch Wagner in the plate, and Bobby Meacham is your shortstop. Let's take a look at the standings in the American League's 1986 and give you some of the breakdown numbers here as we get first pitch ready to go here from the north side here as we play the Yankees and the Sox. So far in New York standing department, the New York Yankees are 11 wins and 14 losses. They are 4 games in back of first place Detroit Tigers, who are 13-8. The Indians are 13-8. The Yankees so far as a team have lost 6 out of 10. They played 4 out of 10. They've lost their last 2. The White Sox come in record of 9-14. They lost 6 out of 10, and they won their last game. This is the second game of a 3-game series. The Whites defeated the Yankees in the first game. The White Sox come 5 games in back of the California Angels, who hold a 1-game lead over the Kansas City Royals. You're wondering how these teams match up. The New York Yankees come in with a team hitting average of 282. They're really hitting the ball well in the AL, while the White Sox are struggling. They're only hitting 236. The Yankees are middle of the road, ERA 4.25, just a little bit above league average. The White Sox are at 4.12, just above the Yankees. Again, just a tad ahead of league ERA. Inside the numbers, who is league hidden at 4.79, fifth at 393, and home runs department gets the American League's lead, along with always smaller with 9. Pockets the league in R7, so 5 has been mashing the ball so far in the AL 1986. Well, folks, let's do it. It's time for baseball as New York Yankees take on the Ricky's ready. Let's do this from ski. So Ricky steps up. He's hitting 363, 6 doubles, 7 homers, and 18 runs batted in. Skinner puts down the sign. Tom Seaver, the franchise. Here's the pitch to Henderson. And the first pitch is a walk to Henderson. So Henderson with a leadoff walk, runner on first, nobody out. Seaver's had some problems holding on to base runners lately. He's a +7, so Henderson will have the full complement of the +5 to get a steal. You know he is going to get out there and try to steal. Seaver's lost 3 out of his last 4 starts. He lost his last start. We went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. So Seaver pitched real well last start. He just did not get any run support. As Henderson takes the lead off first, he's got for second. There's a throw, and Henderson's on to second base. Skinner dropped the ball before he had a chance to throw it. So Henderson with his second stolen base. So here's Randolph. Henderson a threat to steal third again. Again, you steal third in Stratomatic, you get the -4 hold. But with Seaver's +5, it will still give him a +2 to head to third. Does he try to get it on Skinner with Randolph being a right-handed hitter? Here, Henderson's going to try to steal. He throws, and it's into left field, and that will score Ricky. He comes around third, pops up. He will walk home, and the Yankees lead it 1-0. So Ricky Henderson does the Ricky Henderson thing. He gets on base. He gets on base with a walk, steals second, steals third, comes home on the Joel Skinner error, and the Yankees hit 1-0. So the Yankees being aggressive here in the first. Here's Randolph. He's hitting .247, double, triple, and 7 RBIs. Skinner sets the target. Seaver with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a line drive caught by Ozzy Guillen for the first down. And now here's Mr. Red Hot Don Mattingly. .393, 10 doubles, 5 homers, 23 runs batted in. Skinner sets down the target. Seaver with the big windup and pitch to Mattingly. And that's a fly ball to center. Cangelosi's there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Dave Winfield hitting .230. 6 doubles, 2 homers, 14 RBIs. Another one of the Yankee bats that really needs to start picking up something if they want to contend here in the AL East. Skinner sets in the target, and Tom Seaver looks in, and here's the pitch to Winfield. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. Guillen throws him out. Yankees, 1 run, no hits, 1 big error, and Ricky does Ricky. It's 1-0 Yanks as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Welcome here to the bottom of the first inning. Here is your White Sox lineup. It will be Yankee defense. This is Griffey, Henderson, Winfield, Pirillo, Meacham, Randolph, Mattingly, Wagner behind the plate, and Dennis Rasmussen on the mound. He has been getting better late. 2-1, 3.67 ERA, 25 hits, 27 innings, 8 walks, and 12 strikeouts. White Sox lineup is going to be Cangelosi, Fisk, and Baines, Kittle, Bonilla, Hewlett, Skinner, Cruz, and Guillen. So here's a little speedster. John Cangelosi hitting .169, 3 RBIs, has added 5 stolen bases, stole 50 in the '86 campaign. Wagner throws down the signs. Dennis Rasmussen, the big left-hander, throws and pitches. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. Meacham's got it, throws the first one away. Rasmussen really tough on left-handers, can be hit a little bit harder against righties. Here is Pudge. Boy, he does not look happy at the plate. He's hitting .298, so that's down to pretty good. 3 doubles, 2 homers, 12 RBIs with the emergence of Skinner behind the plate. Fisk has kind of been put out in left field. Doesn't look like he's comfortable out there. Wagner sits in the target. Rasmussen with the windup. Here's the pitch to Fisk. And Fisk, fly ball to left. Griffey's there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here is Harold Baines, RJL's favorite athlete, .337, 5 doubles, 2 homers, 11 RBIs, actually having a great start of the '86 year. Left-handed batter with power. Wagner sets in the target. Rasmussen with the windup, and here's the pitch to Baines. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Randolph should get this one. He fields and throws. Oh, Randolph trying to make a sidearm play. Throws it in the dirt, and Mattingly and Randolph commits the error. Boy, Randolph has made a couple of those gips this year. So Baines on at first with 2 outs. Both teams now have a miscue. And now here's Ron Kittle. A guy that the Yankees will be picking up during the year, has a Yankee uniform on. .220, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in. So here comes Kittle, the big right-hander. Bonilla sets in the target. Rasmussen from the stretch now. Baines at third, and here's the pitch to Kittle. And that is a fly ball to center, not deep enough. Henderson there makes the catch, and we played one here at Comiskey. 1-0 as we go to the top of the inning. So here's Mike Easler hitting .211. He's just not getting constant enough reps lately to be consistent. He needs to if he's going to be a force on the Yankees. He hit .302 in '86, or he should get a big start at some point. 2 doubles, 9 RBI with a big kick and pitch. It's going to be ground ball back to Seaver. He gets it, sets, throws a strike to Bonilla, one away. Here is Ken Griffey. Ken Griffey hitting .351, a monster year so far. 3 doubles, 2 homers, and 11 ribbies. Skinner sets the target. Seaver looks in and the big windup to Griffey. And that is going to be a line drive right at Bonilla for 2 outs. Here is Mike Pagliarulo. What more can be said or what less can be said about Pags? 67 at-bats, double, triple, 2 RBIs. He's a 1986 version of Joey Gallo at this point. He is having his problems jump-starting his 80. Pagliarulo. And that is a line drive, but deep right. Bain sets, makes the catch, and that will do it for the Yankees in a second. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 New York. Now, if you ask a trivia question, when we play the 1986 American League replay, there is one player still getting paid by Major League Baseball when you enter the 2022 campaign. How is that possible? Because some idiot out there thought they would give somebody who's up now a lifetime contract, and his name is Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla hitting .246, 2 doubles, a homer, and 5 runs batted in. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat for the right-hand side against Rasmussen. Waniger puts down the sign, and Rasmussen looks in. Here's a pitch to Bobby Bo, and that is going to be a line drive base hit. Just gets to pass Pags and Meacham. Runner on first, no out. Bonilla must not have been powered up there. It was like that was a ballpark home run option. And now here is the third baseman, Tim Hewlett, .235, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, putting the third base in his job this year. Waniger puts down the sign. Rasmussen working from the stretch. Bonilla, not much speed, but he will be held on by Mattingly. Rasmussen peaks. Here's a throw to Hewlett. And that is going to be a line drive in the gap. Henderson slides, makes the catch as Bonilla heads back to first. So here's Joel Skinner. You can tell who got traded to the Yankees during here. Joel Skinner wearing the Yankee numbers, 315 at-bats, 52, hitting .288 with 2 ribbies. Wagner sets in the target. Rasmussen from the stretch. Bonilla being held on. Here's the pitch to Skinner. And that will be a struck him out. That's the thing about Skinner. He does strike out a little too much, but he doesn't. But he plays a really good. He calls a really good game behind the plate. At least he did before the error today. 2 outs here in the second. Here's Julio Cruz, .235, a double and a ribby. Switch hitter, right hand side, kind of a punch hitter. Wagner sets the target. Rasmussen from the stretch. Bonilla to lead off first. Here's the pitch to Cruz. And that will be a base hit left field. Bonilla will go to third. No, he gets thrown out. Oh, what a throw by the left fielder. Throws him out at third. So a nice play by the left fielder as they try to go first to third on the left fielder. But a great play there by Ken Griffey. Came up and threw hard. The Pagliarulo who applied the tags. We played 2. Here, Comiskey. Yankees 1. Whitesoxs nothing. Here in your local WPIX baseball. So top of third. Yankees 0-0 lead. Trying to get through a game here. I've played a couple days. Want to get the Yankees back on track. The 68 Met replays a little bit further, so I try to get the Yankees close and back in it. Here is Butch Waniger. He's hitting even 100, 30 at-bats, a triple homer, and 1 RBI. Waniger, some power, will switch for the left-hand side against Seaver. Skinner puts down the target, number 41. With the here's the pitch to Waniger. And that's a line drive right at Cruz, 1 away. Here's Bobby Meacham on the hotter Yankees. 7 doubles, 4 RBIs, hitting a very impressive .256. We'll switch him back for the left side against Mr. Seaver. Skinner puts down the target. Seaver with the windup. Here's a pitch to Meacham. And Meacham, a single to right field, and Meacham does it again. If you ask who the more impressive Yankees are, through the month of May, Meacham has to be one of them. He's coming strong as a Yankee shortstop. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's Mr. Henderson. Henderson walked, stole second, stole third, came around to score on the Skinner error. This is where we stand, 1-0 Yanks, 1 out in the third. Skinner puts down the target. Seaver from the stretch. Run on first, 1 out. Pitch to Henderson. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Cangelosi there makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Willie Randolph. He's 0 for 1, lined out his first time up. Meacham being held on because of Seaver's lack to hold a runner on. So Meacham will step off first, trying to go to second. Skinner puts down the target. Seaver trying to look back at Meacham. Meacham may try to steal second here. And he goes and he's safe. And Meacham still makes it to second. Boy, he stole that one directly on Seaver. So Meacham on at second with 2 outs. Randolph with a clutch chance now, but he does not usually perform well with runners at second and 2 outs. Here in the third inning, Yankees trailing in hits 2-1. Both teams made an error. Yankees on the scoreboard lead 1-0. Skinner puts down the sign. Seaver from the stretch. Meacham to take a little bit of a lead off second. He's dancing around out there. Here's the pitch of Randolph. And Randolph with a line drive caught by Guillen. Oh, good play by the shortstop, Ozzy Guillen. So we go to the bottom of the third. Yankees 1, Chicago 0. Bottom of the third here, New York Yankees, 1986 replay. As the Yankees try to make the American League's Eastern Division, but it has been a struggle so far. Here is Guillen hitting 179, 4 doubles, a homer, 4. We got young-looking shortstop. You can tell this kid has a fantastic pedigree, loves playing the game, and can get to almost every play. Wagner puts down the sign. Rasmussen looks in. Switch hitter Guillen to the lefty Rasmussen and the pitch. And that is going to be a pop to first. Mattingly there makes the catch and 1 away. Back to the top of the order for John Cangelosi. 167, 3 ribbies on the year. Wagner puts down the sign. Rasmussen looks in. Here's the windup to Cangelosi. And that's a walk to Cangelosi, and that could be walking an automatic double. So Cangelosi on at first. Rasmussen -3. Very good hold. Wagner 0. So it'll be the old -5 for John if he wants to take second. We'll see if he gets a chance here. Wagner puts down the sign. Fisk 0 for 1. Do you take the chance and run Cangelosi with a possible big bat in your lineup in Fisk? Rasmussen from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Fisk. And that will be a ground ball to short. Meacham, the Randolph, good hard slide by Cangelosi. And Fisk will beat the relay. And there's 2 outs. So call that a fielder's choice. 6-4 in your scorebooks. 2 outs in bottom of third. And here is Harold Baines. Reached on Randolph's error back in the first inning. Fisk, not much speed. Mattingly will play him back of him so they don't open up the hole between first and second against the left-hander. Wagner puts down the sign. Rasmussen from the stretch. Runner on first, 2 out. Here's the pitch to Baines. And that will be a base hit for Baines. Fisk will go to second. He'll try to go to third and does without even a throw. Winfield gets the ball in, cuts it off. And the White Sox got 2 on and 2 outs. And then it becomes a tough situation for Mr. Ron Kittle. Again, doesn't hit usually well with runners in scoring position, less than 2 outs. With 2 outs, he pretty much stays the same. Rasmussen here, first and third, 2 outs. Rasmussen from the stretch. Fisk takes the lead off third. Rasmussen looks from the belt. The pitch to Kittle. And that will be a ground ball to third. Tough play for Pagliarulo. He's going to come in on it. No, he's not going to be able to make the play. It's to his left. He picks up, throws, and Kittle will beat the throw. We're tied at 1. That is an infield hit for Ron Kittle, and the White Sox tie the game at 1. First and second, 2 outs in the third. Here's Bobby Bonilla. He singled his first time up, so Rasmussen now has to get that one past him. That was a play Pags makes 9/10 out of the time. That was a little bit too far on the hole. He probably should let Meacham get it and go the short way. When Pagliarulo had it, he was stuck and had nowhere to go. He tried to flip it across the Mattingly, pulled him off the bag, and it gave him an infield hit. So first and second, 2 outs, White Sox tie it. Now out hitting the Yanks 4-1. We're tied here in the third now. Wagner puts down the sign. Rasmussen from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bonilla. And that is going to be a walk to Bonilla, and the bases are loaded and 2 outs for the White Sox. Again, here's a power-hitting third baseman in Tim Hewlett. His average comes tumbling down with runners in scoring position in 2 outs. Loses 4 hits that were once hits. He gets 4 outs that used to be hits on his card. So now Wagner sets in the target Rasmussen has to work carefully from the belt. Bases loaded, White Sox, 2 outs in the third. Pitch to Hewlett. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Rasmussen. We played 3. White Sox leave him loaded. We're tied at 1. So far through 3, White Sox 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error, while the Yanks are 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error. Here's your out-of-town scoreboard. It is so far the Orioles lead the Twins 9-6. It is the Blue Jays leading the A's 2-0. It is the Mariners over the Brewers 2-0. The Royals over the second-place Indians 2-1. It is the Angels leading the Red Sox 6-5. And then it's the first-place Tigers leading the Rangers 4-3. So now here's Don Mattingly. He'll lead the fourth. We're now tied at 1. Yankees with 1 hit in this ballgame. Mattingly flew out his first time up. Skinner sets the target. Seaver, the big wind-up and pitch to Mattingly. And that is a strikeout looking, and Mattingly cannot believe it, walks away. Oh, my. Seaver, the benefit of the doubt on that one. Let's see who the home plate umpire is. Tim Welke calling ball and strikes. Called the strikeout on Donnie that time. He doesn't get usually caught just sitting there. Boy, he painted the inside corner. Here's Winfield. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Skinner sets the target. Seaver looks in. Here's a big wind up to Winfield. And that will be a line drive base hit for Winfield. Big time hit for David. He's on at first with 1 out. And now Winfield with good, got big man speed on at first. Let's see if they may try to do something with him. We'll see if he has some running rating. We can play with him. Again, you are getting the +5 for his because of Seaver's inability to hold. He gets picked on 11. He gets the lead on a 2 through 5. So we're going to see if we can get it. Winfield's going to take a lead off first. He's going to try to get a second. He doesn't, gets in the second. Seaver walks off the mound. He knows he's just struggling, keeping runners on base. And now Winfield's on a second with 1 out. And here is Mike Easler. So Easler comes up. Boy, this is a big opportunity for the hitman right now. Skinner sets in the target. Seaver from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch to the hitman. And that is going to be a ground ball to third. That's tough play for Hewlett. Let's see if he comes up with it. He does. The runner's going to advance. It's a 1-hopper. Throws the first as Winfield goes to third. Nice run. Oh, he held up. I thought the ground ball. See there. So now there's 2 outs. Game tied at 1. And now here's Ken Griffey. Griffey no longer hits well with runners in scoring position. Came in the year hitting 303. Hit only 284 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. But he's just had a really good year. He's hitting the ball and seeing it real well for the Yanks here. 2 outs in the fourth, game tied at 1. Winfield, the potential go-ahead runner on at second. Skinner sets in the target. Seaver from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Griffey. And that is going to be a walk to Griffey. The Yankees got 2 on and 2 out. It brings up the struggling Mike Pagliarulo. 0 for 1, flied out his first time up. This will be a big opportunity for Pags to get one right now. Skinner sets in the target. Seaver, runners at first and second, 2 outs from the belt, and the pitch to Pagliarulo. And that is going to be a walk to Pagliarulo, and the Yankees have loaded him up with 2 outs in the fourth. And here is Butch Waniger. Boy, and his bat is starting to drop a little bit now. He's being sat a lot of times with Hassey getting reps. And now Waniger, now he's being asked to get a big hit here. But he does hit extremely well with the runners in scoring position. About another 60 or 70 points higher than normal. So he does get clutch hits where the Yankees need one. Skinner sets in the target. Seaver from the stretch. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the fourth. Pitch to Waniger. And they go to the bench. Holy cow. Jim Fregosi goes out and pulls Seaver. Oh, my. 3 2/3. So they'll bring in Mckinnon, his first major league appearance, I believe. His first appearance on this replay. It is Joel Mckinnon. He came in, pitched down 33 innings pitched, 18 hits. So the whip is pretty good. Hits to inning pitch is really good. So now Mckinnon will come out in a tough situation against Waniger. Waniger will turn around and bat righty against the left-hander. But McKinnon's change and slider works better against right-handed batters. Bases loaded, 2 out. Seaver does not look happy. Oh, he is in a tirade in the dugout as he leaves and goes out of play. You can see Fregosi and Seaver were at one's chin level. Remember, Fregosi was traded at one point for a guy by the name of Nolan Ryan when Nolan was a member of the New York Mets, which Tom Seaver was a part of that team. So Fregosi and Seaver do have a past in one another, and this time it collected head-to-head. Wagner, the right-handed hitter against McKinnon. Skinner puts down the target. McKinnon from the stretch. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pitch to Wagner, and there it is. Line drive to deep left field. Fisk is there, makes the catch. Oh, he maybe just missed a grand slam by maybe a foot. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We are tied at 1, but we have drama here in Comiskey. Holy cow, what a night we have here. Again, no injuries reported on Seaver, so he was pulled inexplicably early in this game. Skinner at the bat, 0 for 1. Wagner sets in the target. Rasmussen back out here in the 4th and pitch to Skinner. And that will be a deep drive left. Oh, he is not powered up. Thank God that was gone. Line drive in the left field, base hit. Griffey gets the ball back in, and Griffey starts with a leadoff knock. Base hit number 5 for Chicago. Julio Cruz, the batter. He's singled his first time up back in the 2nd. Skinner will not be held by Mattingly. Will play off the bag with Randolph, keeping no hole between 1st and 2nd. Wagner puts down the sign, and Rasmussen working from the stretch. Run 1st, nobody out. Pitch to Cruz. And that will be a ground ball to short. Meacham, Randolph, Mattingly, double play. Hit it hard enough and made the double play easy. Meacham shuffles it to Randolph, who made a perfect pick to Mattingly. Gets the double play. 6-4-3. 2 outs in the 4th, and here is Ozzy Guillen. Guillen popped up his first time up. Again, he is getting the reps. They're telling him, go ahead, you are our shortstop this year. Wagner puts down the sign. Rasmussen working from the windup. Here's the pitch to Guillen. And that will be a line drive caught by Randolph and ends the 4th. We played 4. We're all knotted at 1. We go to the 5th. Meacham, Henderson, Randolph. He's in the 5th. Drama here at Comiskey. Here's Meacham, 1 for 1, singled, and I believe stole second his first time up. So really, Bobby now hitting 265. Boy, if you ask me what Meacham will hit during the season, boy, he is first 100 at bats. Been one of the surprising Yankees so far. Skinner sets the target. Meacham now about right-handed against the lefty Mckinnon. Mckinnon with the windup. Here's the pitch to him. And that will be a walk to Meacham. So Meacham's on at first. Mckinnon do have a very good move. So Meacham will probably be on at first base. Bonilla will hold him on. That will allow the hole between 1st and 2nd. With the right-hander hitting up, Guillen will go to 2nd and cover on the throw. So here's Skinner, puts down the sign. McKinnon working from the stretch. Henderson 0 for 1, walk, stole 2nd, stole 3rd, and scored on the Skinner error. Here's the pitch to Henderson. And that will be a line drive in the gap. Fisk over, makes the catch. Oh, what a play by Fisk. Fisk, still with some athletic ability, came over and made the catch. Oh, he knows he does not belong out there. So Fisk came over, put the glove out, and he made a nice shoestringer. 1 out in the 5th. That gets past him, and Ricky could go run for daylight. This is a big ballpark to allow Fisk to play the outfield. Outfielder armed for the White Sox. Baines' arm is solid, but Cangelosi and Fisk can be ran on. Fisk ran off the batter. He's 0 for 2. Lined out twice. Skinner sets the target. McKinnon from the stretch. Runner on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Randolph. And that is going to be a fly ball shallow left. Fisk, an easier play, makes the catch. And Meacham holds on at first. And here is Donnie Baseball. Flight out, struck out. 0 for 2. Hitting now at about 385. Mattingly had his hitting streak stopped the last time we were here together. Skinner puts down the target. Meacham work McKinnon from the stretch. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. and that is going to be a double left field. Meacham should score from third. Let's see if he does. 1-18 says he is. They're going to try to wave him. Here's the throw, not in time. And Mattingly knocks in a run with another double. So the double machine, Don Mattingly. Yankees lead 2-1, 2 outs here in the fifth. So here is Winfield, 1 for 2. He has grounded out and had a single. Skinner sets in the target. McKinnon from the stretch. 2-1 Yanks here in the fifth. Pitch to Winfield. Winfield with a solid shot to left field. No one's going to get it all into the wall. Mattingly scores. Winfield will go in the second, and the Yankees lead it 3-1. So the Yankees with a 2 spot in the fifth. Back-to-back belly-to-belly doubles by Randolph and Winfield. So here's Easler. He's 0 for 2. Skinner sets the target. McKinnon from the stretch. Pitch to Easler. And that is going to be a base hit for Easler. Winfield will score easy. Yankees will lead 4-1, and that should do it for McKinnon as Easler gets a big RBI single. Yankees with a 4-1 lead, 2 outs here in the fifth. Griffey the batter. Let's see if Jim Fregosi decides to go to his bullpen here. Let's see if they decide. Nope, they're going to pitch to him. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. Guillen goes a short way, and the Yankees are done in the fifth. Yankees add 3 in the fifth. Lead it 4-1. White Sox will send up Cangelosi, Fisk, and Baines against Rasmussen here in the fifth. Rasmussen in cruise controls, only giving up 5 hits through 4. Wadiger sets in the target. Rasmussen now needs to have a good subtraction inning here. He doesn't want the White Sox to put any crooked numbers of their own on the board. He wants to get a 1, 2, 3 nice, easy inning. Rasmussen here looks to wind up. Here's the pitch to Cangelosi, and that's the ground ball to first. Mattingly's got it here, wave somebody off. He'll take it himself, and there's 1 away. So the top John Cangelosi's been retired and 1 away. So now it'll be Carlton Fisk. Fisk, the batter, has flied out and hit into a force out. He's 0 for 2. Wadiger puts down the target. Rasmussen looks in the big leg kick. Here's the pitch to Fisk. And that is going to be a strikeout, and Fisk walks away. Oh, Fisk knew it too. And he kind of swung and he tried to keep his swing back, but Tim Welke ran him up and said he did go. 2 outs in the fifth. Baines, the batter, reached on there in the first and singled back in the third. Wadiger sets in the sign. Rasmussen, a lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch to Harold Baines. And that's a fly ball center field. Henderson there's your 1, 2, 3 inning for Dennis Rasmussen. We go to 6th, 4-1 Yanks. So McCann, the pitch for the White Sox here in the 6th, and you can tell he's kind of out of the proverbial gas here. He's at the Sunoco station, and he's got nothing left. The White Sox still have Bob James, Gene Nelson, who can pitch. The White Sox did come in a little short-handed in this second game of the series. Skinner puts down the sign. McKinnon with the windup. Here's the pitch to Pagliarulo, and he grounds the second. Cruz throws him out, and Pag's struggles continues. Here is Butch Wadiger's 0 for 2, lined out and flied out. Skinner puts down the sign. McKinnon with the windup. Here's the pitch to Wadiger, and that is going to be a deep drive, left center field. Back goes Cangelosi, way back, and God, home run. Butch Wadiger, his 2nd home run of the year, and it's a big one for Wadiger. As he crosses third, he gives a high five to Bobby Meacham. Ricky Henderson giving high fives on the on-deck circle, and he scores. So this big Mickle light goner, and hey, Butch Wadiger, this bud's for you. Yankees lead it by 4, 5-1 here in the 6th. 2nd home run of the year for the switch hitting catcher. Here's Meacham, 1 for 1, run scored, singled and walked. Skinner puts down the sign. McKinnon working from the stretch, then the pitch. And there it is at the hole, and hit him. Oh, boy. Meacham looking back at McKinnon. They're barking back and forth, and the benches start coming out, but they decide not to. So McKinnon plunks Meacham after the Wadiger home run. Runner on first here in the 6th for Ricky. 0 for 2 and a run scored. Walked and fly twice. Skinner sets in the target. McKinnon from the stretch. Yankees lead 5-1 here in the sixth. Pitch to Henderson. And that's a line drive right at Bonilla. 2 outs. Here's Willie Randolph. He's 0 for 3. Skinner puts down the side. McKinnon working from the stretch. You can tell he is on fumes right now. Here's the pitch to Randolph. And that is a line drive right at Hewlett. Ends the inning. Yankees add a run on a home run by Waniger. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Yankees lead 5-1. So Rasmussen now working his sixth inning of work. Will be Kittle, Bonilla, and Hewlett for the White Sox. I say Yanks because 2 of these White Sox have Yankee uniforms in a pending trade down the line. Waniger sets in the sign. Dennis Rasmussen, the big windup to Kittle. And that is going to be a deep drive left field. Boy, that's gone. Griffey looks up. Boy, that's gone. Goodbye. Ron Kittle hits his 4th home run of the year. He'll go around second, around third. Big high five to the third base coach. He gets a high five from Bobby Bowe. And, of course, Tim Hewlett welcomes him home. What a shot that was by Ron Kittle. 5-2 Yankees here in the sixth. So here's Bonilla. Fans trying to get back in it. Rasmussen gave up that gopher ball. Yankee bullpens have to start getting loose. You can tell they're starting a long toss. Waniger puts down the sign, and Rasmussen from the windup. Here's the pitch to Bonilla. Bonilla struck him out, swung away, 1 out in the sixth. But, Bobby, you can still click that $1 million a year from the New York Mets. So here's Tim Hewlett. He's 0 for 2. Waniger puts down the target. Rasmussen looks in. Hewlett 0 for 2, a fly out, a strikeout. Pitch to Hewlett, and he has a base hit. Yes, it goes through the right-hand side. So Hewlett with a base hit. That's 2 hits off Rasmussen here in the sixth. Let's check out Rasmussen's point of weakness and see if we need to be concerned. He is only a 6. 1 more hit would probably finish him. So now the Yankees are really a little bit stronger here. You can tell Brian Fisher is starting to loosen up in the Yankee bullpen. He is their mid guy who has pitched really solid for him. Waniger puts down the sign. Rasmussen from the stretch. Runner on first, 1 out. Pitch to Skinner. Skinner, that's a line drive caught by Meacham. Hewlett better get back. That's 2 away. And now here is Julio Cruz with Guillen on deck, back to back. Well, actually, Guillen's a left-handed hitter. Cruz is a switch hitting, batting for the right-hand side against Rasmussen. 2 outs here in the sixth. We'll have the out-of-town scoreboard when we're done in this inning. Waniger puts down the target. Rasmussen from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Pitch to Cruz. And that is a fly ball to center. Henderson makes the catch, and that could do it for Rasmussen. The White Sox score a run on a long home run by Ron Kittle. We played 6. It is 5-2 Yankees. So Mattingly, Winfield, and Easler will bat for the Yankees here in the seventh as McKinnon pitching 1 for the team here. Again, he is pitching on fumes. He's been tired for a while here. White Sox bullpen has been tanked a little bit already in this series. McKinnon to work in the 7th inning. White Sox out hitting the Yanks 7-6. Both teams committed an error. Yankees have the most important category lead, and that is runs, leading 5-2. Out-of-town scoreboard, Orioles lead the Twins 9-6. A's and Blue Jays now tied at 2. Mariners over the Brewers 4-0. Kansas City over Cleveland 3-1, while the Red Sox now have a 9-6 lead over the Angels. And the Rangers lead the Tigers 5-4. So now Don Mattingly, 1 for 3 with double. Skinner sets in the target. McKinnon, the lefty. Here's the pitch to Mattingly. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. Ozzy, boy, he has a smooth glove. Makes the throw and got him for the first out. 1 out in the 7th. So now here is Dave Winfield, 2 for 3. You can tell his bat maybe starting to heat up a little bit. Singled in the 4th, doubled in the 5th. Skinner puts down the target. McKinnon with the windup. Here's a pitch. And finally, Ferdosi comes out, gets him, and brings in former Yankee Gene Nelson. He's 2-3, 4.42 ERA, 21 hits in 18 innings. So Nelson, the right-hander, good pitcher to right-hand side. Skinner puts down the target. Nelson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Winfield. And Winfield, ground ball to short. Guillen's got it. Nice soft toss to Bonilla. 2 outs here in the 7th. So now here's Easler. 1 for 3. Big RBI single back in the 5th in that 3-run 5th inning for the Yanks. Yankees winning 5-2. 2 outs here in the 7th. Skinner puts down the target. And Nelson with the windup and deals to Easler. Struck him out and ends the inning. 7th inning stretch here in Chicago. 5-2 Yanks. And the Yanks are going to go ahead and go to the bullpen. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by the Sports Time Machines YouTube channel. You can watch this game on my channel. We have other things going on, including 1968 New York Mets alternate replay that is going strong. Please stay tuned to that. Plus some exciting things with payoff pitch in the future as Brian Fisher enters the game. So Dennis Rasmussen is done. Fisher on the year, 3-0, 1.47 ERA, 17 hits over 18 innings, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. For Brian Fisher, he has been a solid performer out of this New York Yankee bullpen. He's been a one Lou Piniella can't call on to give multiple innings. He has been strong. He hasn't given up an earned run since the 27th of this month. And he'll pitch to the left-handed Guillen, the switch hitter Cangelosi, and then Fisk in the meat of the Whitesoxs order. Yankees holding on to a 3-run lead here in the 7th. Wanninger puts down the target, and Fisher looks in. Here's a pitch to Ozzy Guillen. 5-7 ground ball to second. That's Randolph. Tough play. Throws. Got him away. Good play by Willie. So now brings up the top of the order for John Cangelosi. Ground out twice and walked. Wanninger puts down the sign. Fisher with the windup. Here's the pitch to Cangelosi. And that's a fly ball to right. Winfield there. 2 outs in the 7th. Here's Pudge. Pudge 0 for 3. Run scored. He scored, I believe, back in the Whitesoxs. Let's see. Scored a run. He scored either in the third or sixth. Scored back in the 3rd inning when he reached on a force out. So Fisk comes up 2 outs here in the 7th. Wanninger puts down the sign. Fisher looks in. Here's the pitch to Pudge. And that is going to be a ground ball to 3rd. Pagliarulo's got it. Goes to 1st. Good, solid inning for Brian Fisher. We played 7 here in Chicago. 5-2 Yanks. Top of the 8th inning here at Key Field. Kaminsky Park. Yankees trying to win the 2nd series to force a 3rd game. I believe the next game was not on the Yankee television network. We can kind of take a look at it for you. And then we can kind of take a look at Yankee broadcast in your future. So let's just go ahead and look. So the next game has no television. So we can broadcast that one probably on the WABC radio network. And then the Yankees will have Thursday off the 8th. And then they will go to a place they call hell. And that is Arlington Park. They have a real problem with that. Friday, Saturday, we right here on WPIX from Texas. And then Sunday will be a sports channel, no TV game. And then they'll head to Minnesota for what's going to be a small 2-game series. So stay tuned for all that right here on Pix 11 as the Yankees in their 1986 campaign. 5-2 Yanks here in the 8th. Griffey 0 for 2 and a walk. Gene Nelson still on the mound for the White Sox. Skinner puts down the sign for him. Nelson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Griffey. And that is going to be a single to center field. Ken Griffey with a base hit. He's 1 for 3. Here's Pagliarulo. What more or less can we say? He's flied out and ground out 0 for 2 with a walk. Now hitting a .72. Hit 238 on the year. So he gets the Yankees 500 plus at bats from 3rd base. He just need to pick it up soon. Skinner puts down the target. Nelson from the stretch. Runner on first, nobody out. Pitch to Pagliarulo. And Pagliarulo struck him out. He just watched that called 3rd strike. So Nelson gets a called 3rd strike. Here's Butch Wanninger. He hit a long home run back in the 6th inning, and that put the Yankees up by 4 when Ron Kittle came back in the bottom inning and got the run right back. Skinner puts down the sign. Gene Nelson working from the stretch. Runner on first and out. Here's the pitch to Wanninger. And that is going to be a fly ball to left. That's Fisk. That is going to be trouble from day one. That's over. It's And oh my goodness, that will go over Fisk's head. He totally misplayed it. Waniger will come around third. He will score. And in Little League Baseball, that is a Little League home run. How about that? Oh my goodness. Fisk got it past him, and he came through and made a throw overshooting Hewlett, ending in the Yankee dugout. Skinner unable to retrieve it. They give the extra base on the throw as Butch Waniger will score. Oh my, he was between second and third, and a throw to the dugout gets you 2 bases. So let's see how they score that. That is a double and E7 on Fisk. And there's your experiment for the White Sox. Just blew up. 7-2 Yanks. No, and they scored both the runners. So Griffey scored from first automatically. And then Waniger was around second when Fisk's throw was made. That ended up overshooting everybody and ended up inside one of the dugouts. And the umpire said, "You get home." So inside the park, Little League home run for Butch Waniger. So it's now 7-2 Yanks here in the 8th inning. So here's Meacham, 1 for 1. He has gotten on 3 different times. He singled in the 3rd, walked in the 5th, and hit by a pitch in the 6th. Meacham now turns around, bats from the left-hand side. Skinner puts down the target, and Nelson from the windup here is the pitch to Meacham. And that is going to be a line drive at Baines, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here is Ricky Henderson, 0 for 3 of the runs scored. Skinner puts down the target, and Nelson with the windup here is the pitch to Ricky. And that's a walk to Ricky. Oh, now do they try to run up by 5? You know what? You're almost still in a save situation. Ricky's going to try to be Ricky and try to steal again. And can't. Nelson will keep him close. So Bonilla puts the tags back on Ricky. Ricky gets up, smiles, and he's being held on over there. Skinner puts down the target. Nelson working from the stretch to Randolph, who's 0 for 4. And the pitch. And that'll be a walk to Randolph, and the Yankees got 2 on and 2 outs. And it's trouble. And it's Don Mattingly doubled their run back in the 5th inning. He likes his opportunities here against Gene Nelson here in the 8th. Yankees lead back up to 5. Skinner puts down the sign. Nelson from the stretch, 1st and 2nd, 2 out, pitch to Mattingly. And that is a strike him out, and Mattingly again cannot believe he watched that for a call, 3rd strike. Yankees had 2 on a huge error by Carlton Fisk. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees now lead at 7-2. Brian Fisher will stay on the mound out there with a 5-run lead. He may finish this, or he may call on a reserve to pitch in the 9th. At least Fisher will be out here and pitch the 8th. Baines, Kittle, and Bonilla bat against Bryan. Waniger puts down the sign, and Fisher looks in. Here's the pitch to Baines. And that's going to be a line drive caught by Randolph. He had it played perfectly. 1 out in the 8th. There's Ron Kittle. He's 2 for 3 with a big booming home run back in the 6th inning. Waniger puts down the sign. Fisher may try to challenge him with a 5-run lead. Here's the pitch from Fish. And that is going to be a struck him out. He went high. He elevated the fastball. He went up like an elevator, and Kittle could not tame it. 2 outs here in the 8th, and here's Bobby Bowe, 1 for 2 with a walk. Waniger puts down the sign. Fisher from the windup. Here's the pitch to Bobby Bowe. And Bonilla, ground ball to short. Meets him through. Got him, and that's it. Fisher with 2 solid innings. We head to the 9th. Yankees lead 7-2. Yankees 7 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. Winfield followed by Easler and Griffey to bat here in the 9th. So Winfield 2 for 4 double. He has singled the 4th and doubled in the 5th. Dave Schmidt on the mound for the White Sox here in the 9th. The White Sox go to the bullpen. Schmidt 0-2, 5.66 ERA, 28 hits and 21 innings. That's not good. 15 strikeouts and 12 walks. So he's gotten 40 base runners over 21 innings pitched. That's almost a 2-to-1 with a whip. Skinner puts down the sign. Dave Schmidt working tired here. Here's the pitch to Winfield, and that is going to be a fly ball to center. Ken Gelosi there makes the catch, 1 away. You got to go over a little bit, 1 away. So top of the 9th, And he'll now bring up Mike Easler. Easler in the ball game, 1 for 4, runs scored. Griffey on deck, foul by, oh my God, Pagliarulo. Skinner puts down the target. Dave Schmidt with the windup. Here's the pitch to Easler. And that is a fly ball to center. Cangelosi, a little easier, makes the catch, and 2 outs. Here's Griff. Griff so far 1 for 3 and runs scored. Walked back and forth, singled in the 8th. Skinner puts down the sign. Dave Schmidt looks in. 2 outs in the 9th. Pitch to Griffey. And Griffey, base hit right side, and we get to see Pagliarulo once again. So Griffey with the second hit of the ball game here in the 9th. Pagliarulo 0 for 3 in a walk. Again, his average plummets down to .71 as the elevator keeps going down to the shaft. Pagliarulo has been up 70 times, double, triple, and 2 ribbies. Skinner puts down the target. Dave Schmidt from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Pagliarulo, and he ground ball to second. It's Cruz. Top play for Cruz. Throws him out and ends the inning, and Pagliarulo continues to struggle. He's 0 for 4. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Yankees lead 7-2. Yankees 7 runs on, 9 hits and 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs on, 7 hits and 2 errors. Hewlett, Skinner, and Cruz for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Yankees 3 outs away from this series with finale tomorrow night. So here we go, and now it's going to be Hewlett comes up. He's 1 for 3. Single back in the 6th. Wanninger puts down the sign. Fisher with the windup. Here's a pitch to Hewlett. And that is going to be a line drive deep to left field. Back goes Griffey at the track. Leaps, makes the catch. Highway robbery. Good catch from Griffey. He almost ran out of room, but he reached the glove up and pulled it back. 1 out in the bottom of 9. So Griffey paying dividends in left field. Here's Joel Skinner. He's 1 for 3. Fisher working 3 innings. Probably won't be available to the Yanks tomorrow night at this point. Wanninger puts down the sign. Fisher with the windup. Here's the pitch, and they will change. Go to Jerry Harrison. Hitting 192, 26 at-bats, 2 doubles, a homer, and 6 ribbies. Wanninger puts down the target. Fisher, the windup. Here's the pitch to Harrison. Harrison, fly ball right field. Winfield there. 2 outs in the 9th. And now here's Julio Cruz, 1 for 3. Single back in the 2nd. Ground out and double play in the 4th, then flied out in the 6th. Wanninger puts down the sign. Fisher looking for 3 solid innings, which would give him that save. Here's the pitch to Cruz, and that's a catch axe. Popped up behind the plate. Wanninger's there, comes off, makes the catch, and that's your ball game. The Yankees win it by the score of 7-2. Yankees 7 runs on, 9 hits and 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs, 7 hits and a couple errors. Final score here as the Yankees pull off a big win here. Yankees now 12-14. Rasmussen goes to 3-1, goes 6 innings, gives up 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. Fisher goes to 3 innings, saved nothing across, pitched brilliantly. Seaver 3 2/3, and you can tell he was not happy. Fergosi and Seaver, there are some of the highlights right there. Fergosi and Seaver are going chin to chin. Seaver 3 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 walks and strikeout. He was kind of laboring. Mckinnon went in 2 2/3, 4 runs, all earned. He took the loss. He's 0-1. Nelson pitched an inning in 2/3, and Schmidt went an inning. Only about 19,000 here in Comiskey Park and saw that implosion. Home runs by Wanninger and Kittle, while RBIs were by Mattingly, Winfield, Easler, Wanninger, and Kittle. Doubles by Mattingly, Winfield, and Wanninger, while the Yankees, big 2-hit attacks today. Winfield 2 for 5, runs scored, and RBI. Average up to 238, but I can kind of see his average moving up. Griffey 2 for 4, hitting 359, had a big game. Butch Wanninger 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, bringing that average up, including a big home run. For the Chicago White Sox, their only 2 hitters were Ron Kittle, 2 for 4, runs scored, 2 RBIs, including that moonshot he hit. So the Yankees and White Sox have now completed a split for the first 2 games of this series. Let's go ahead and look at Game 3 again. That is another national broadcast. I have no television on this game, so Yankees radio guy will have to do it. Tommy John will pitch for the Yanks against veteran left-hander Floyd Bannister. That's going to be a tough one to say the least. And then the Yankees will move to Texas, where both Friday and Saturday will be right here on the channel. The Yankees, did they get rained out on Friday night? Friday the 9th, and the Yankees do not play. They must have got rained out on Friday the 9th. Let's see what's going on here. So the Yanks will play Saturday. It'll be Ron Guidry and Bobby Witt. So that's the thing about as played schedules. You may have had a rain out, and then we have to improvise. Let's see if there's a doubleheader for the Yankees and Rangers. Yankees and Rangers on Sunday. There is Joe Niekro and Mike Mason, and then it'll be Bob Tewksbury and Jose Guzman. So those are the double play matchups there. We'll have to see what we'll do there. There's not supposed to be any television. Actually, it's a doubleheader for Sports Channel that game. So we'll see what the Yankee top they do about this. They want us to bring you those games or not. So we'll put those on manual for right now. Saturday's game will be Ron Guidry and Bobby Witt. That's definitely the next TV broadcast. Again, like we said, Wednesday night, May the 7th, Tommy John and Floyd Bannister. Tomorrow night, we may go ahead and bring that to you over the radio waves for that ball game. So thank you, folks, for coming in. I appreciate everyone for that. Please be coming. Please do me a favor, hit the like. Please subscribe, and please, if you need comments on any future listings, I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night. This has been New York Yankees Stratomatic Baseball for 1986 Sports Time Machine out. And we say goodbye, farewell, adieu. See you later.